Good morning and welcome to this morning's children's talk from Providence Baptist Church. Last time I said that the Bible is like a whole bookcase of books written by many writers over many years, but with one author, God. I made this visual aid with the children years ago to show the idea. Now we are in the 9th book in the bookcase, 1 Samuel, and this morning we will have the second part of the beginning of that book. Last time we were introduced to two wives of a man named Elkanah, Peninnah and Hannah. God's purpose is that a man should only have one wife, but people often do not obey God. And in this case, Elkanah's wife Hannah was miserable because she had no children. And Peninnah did, and Peninnah would remind Hannah of it to upset her. Each year, Elkanah and his wives would go to Shiloh to the tabernacle to worship God. The tabernacle was a sort of church building, but made like a tent that could be packed up and moved. Moses had made the tabernacle according to God's instructions, and it had been moved about with the Israelites in their wanderings in the wilderness before they settled in the Promised Land, and then it remained at Shiloh. One year, when the family went to the tabernacle, Hannah was praying silently to God that he might give her a son, and if he did, she would devote him to God's service. The priest Eli thought that she was drunk when he saw her praying, but when she explained, he spoke a blessing on her, that God would answer her prayer. And in time, God did, giving her a son, and she named him Samuel. When he was about 3, she took him to Shiloh to serve God at the tabernacle. And every year she would take him new clothes as he grew. Samuel served in the tabernacle, doing all sorts of jobs for the priests and learning what they did. Now one night, Samuel had settled down to sleep when he heard someone call his name. He got up and went to Eli the priest and said, "Here I am, you called me." Eli said, "I didn't call you. Go and lie down." Again the voice called to Samuel. Samuel went to Eli again and said, "Here I am, you called me." "I did not call you," Eli answered. "Go and lie down." A third time a voice called to Samuel, and he went to Eli. Then Eli realized it must be God calling to him. So he said to Samuel, "If he calls again, say, 'Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.'" Samuel heard the voice again and did as Eli said. God told him that the time had come for judgment against Eli and his sons. Eli's sons treated the service of God at the tabernacle with contempt and had no regard for God. Eli knew about their wickedness, and he failed to restrain them. In the morning, when Samuel got up, Eli asked him what God had said to him. So Samuel told him. Eli said, "He is the Lord. Let him do what is good in his eyes." The Lord was with Samuel as he grew up, and let none of his words fall to the ground. All Israel from Dan to Beersheba recognized that Samuel was a prophet of the Lord. The Lord continued to appear at Shiloh, and there he revealed himself to Samuel through his word. Thank you for listening.